The aftermath of the game, the most significant talking point is what happens with the scoreboard. So for people who at home who maybe have been following this, have been seeing it, initially at the end of the game, the GAA confirmed that the full-time score was 421 to 30 points. But afterwards, it has been since acknowledged by both the GAA and, of course, RTE and the BBC as broadcaster that there was a human error and that the correct score should have been 420 to 30 points. Talk us through what happened. Yeah, look, it all came down to Noel McGrath's point. At that stage, Tipperary, you could say, had 420 on the scoreboard. They were 3 points clear. Noel gets it and swings it in. Everybody thought at the time it gone over the bar. The umpire on the left of your shot there has put his hand up to catch the ball, which I think confused everybody. You'll see it here again. So the umpire positioned on the right as you look at it. The ball hits the net and he puts his hand up. You can see clearly that the ball was wide. I think Noel didn't dispute it either at the time. But watch the umpire puts his hand up to catch the ball. Everyone thought it's over the bar. But clearly the lines, or the umpire had waved it wide. But then, of course, like everything else, Joe, then Kilkenny were on the march. Yeah, and they thought they were 4 points down at that stage. And like psychologically, that's huge because then you have to obviously get a goal and a point or whatever you need to get back. And in the last couple of minutes, they were going for goals, which you were thinking. And even at the time of the day, I was like, I think they're 2 points. There was a little bit of confusion all over. But when you're 2 points, or if it was 3 points and Jordan Malloy got a point to bring it back to 2, but it was only 3 that the players thought. Psychologically, when you're on the field and you're watching the scoreboard laid on, and it's 3 points, you're like thinking goals. But if that was 2 points, you tap one over and then you try and win the puck out, tap another one over. So definitely for for the players in Kilkenny, like, you know, when you're chasing a lead down the stretch, psychologically 2 points is a way different than 3 points. And I think you could see it there, even their first attack after that Noel McGrath incident. Owen Cody had definitely an easy option just to tap it over the bar, but probably felt they're 4 points down. They're not going to get 4 points maybe with 4 minutes left on the clock. So he's trying to force a goal instead. And that kind of, as you say, sets the tone for the next few minutes. They're hunting goals instead of tapping it over there quickly, and it's back to a 2 point game with 3 minutes left, and you can definitely get 2 points in 3 minutes. Yeah, look, I think we can probably all acknowledge that there is going to be human error in this. For the right of clarity, the GAA have given us a statement that said that they acknowledge there was confusion over the final score. The CCCC are going to await the full referee's report in order to establish how that mistake has been made. And I guess really, though, for the sour part for Kilkenny, Brendan, is you just wonder what they can do about it. Like, if you were in their position now, could you appeal? Would you appeal? No, I think in fairness to Kilkenny, like, they're honourable, the same as Tipperary on the other side. I think where it would have gotten really interesting is if Robert Doyle didn't stop that ball on the goal line. Then suddenly it gets really interesting after that. But to be fair, James Owens and the match officials, they had the score correct. Right, and I think there'll be checks and balances done going forward. Yes, it's human error. Everybody makes mistakes. The big screen went up wrong. Ourselves on the live feed went up wrong. That's the way it is. But at the end of the day, Tipperary have won the game. Kilkenny will be gracious enough, I would believe, to take it at that, and we'll learn the lessons from it and move on. Yeah, I think everybody will. Certainly a chaotic end to what was a phenomenal game.